Hi everyone, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. I want to thank everyone who is supporting me over on Patreon. If you like my videos and you like my tutorials, please head on over there and consider supporting me. You get to see videos early, you get to see sneak peeks of what I'm doing in the studio. Weekly vlogs are back over there. There's all sorts of things, so there's a link in the description. Go and have a look, and yeah, if you enjoy my videos, please consider supporting me over there. Today I'm starting work on a new burlesque costume for Jazida. Last year I made her the corset body with the purple lace and the jacket and the big feather mohawk. So far I've made the corset body, used exactly the same pattern. It didn't need any alterations, that one still fits her fine. So I've just gone ahead and made it up. If you want to see how I do the construction of this, I'll put a link above and in the description so that you can go and watch my video about how I construct this. In this video I'm going to show you how I'm going to embellish this corset body, and then in the rest of the series I'll show you how I make the skirt and the jacket that are going to form the rest of the costume. To start the embellishments on Jazida's corset body, I'm going to be using this black beaded lace, which I'm going to cut out. And I'm also going to be using this red lace. This is the same red lace that I used on Cherry Bomb's costume. The first thing I'm going to do is start cutting the black lace out and pinning it where I want it to go, and then I'll add the red lace afterwards. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with how the black lace is looking so far. So here's the back. So I've got it coming around the waist and then down over the bum. And then it curves around the waist. So it's pinned on tighter. And then up and down the centre front. I think that looks really cool. So I'm thinking that I then use the red lace over the red parts. Yeah, I'm going to cover all of it in the lace, put the scallops back on at the edge and on the hips. I'll cut them off and put them on separately, and then pin the lace back on over the top. I think that's going to work really nicely. So I'm going to take a photo of the black lace because that's how I want it. Then I'm going to take it off, pin the red lace on, and then pin the black lace back on over the top. I didn't realise I was going to do quite so much red lace, otherwise I would have done that first. So here's Jazida's corset body with the lace sewn on the first half. So what I did was I kept all the lace on this side and took this side off. Then I've put the red lace up to where the black lace starts, so it just goes underneath. And then the same at the top. I just had to do a slight gather on it at the top to get it to sit nicely around the bust. Then I stitched that into place, then put the black lace back on and sewed that into place. For the edging, I've cut the scallops off the piece of lace and then just pinned them where I want them and sewed them. In some places I had to cut between the pattern sort of here so I could curve it to get it sitting exactly where I wanted to. So this is how it looks at the front with the lace on. And the side, so you've got the lace coming off the edge of the hips there. And that's how it looks at the back, and I've narrowed the black just here. It was just sitting a bit too wide, so I've just narrowed that as well. So now I'm going to take the lace off this side, put the red lace on, and then put this black lace back on, and I can match it to the side I've already done. Here is how Jazida's corset body is looking with everything sewn on. So that's the front at the bottom with the lace coming off the hips there, and then the lace up the front. And then again, just the scallops of the lace coming off the bust. So that's the front, and then the back. That's the bottom of the back. So once that's curved in around her bum, that's a lot neater without that extra black lace on there. And the top. So next it's time to do the crystals. So like on Cherry Bomb's corset, I'm going to use the red ABs around the hips and around the top and fading upwards. I'm then going to add a few black crystals through the black lace. It's already pretty sparkly, but just a few more crystals are just going to amp up that sparkle a little bit more. I then got this huge bag of red crystals that Jazida gave to me that were in her stash. I'm going to add these onto the bits of black net between the black lace and then scattered over the red lace as well. And as usual, I'm going to be using my E6000 Fabrifuse and my wax pencil. I'm going to start working on the bottom edge of the corset, and I'm going to be using the red AB crystals. I've put pins at 3/4 of an inch and 1.5 inches. So I want the big crystals to fade about here, and then the little crystals will come to here. And then I'll also do the smaller size down onto the lace. Next, I'm going to fill in the gaps with some of the smaller crystals, and then I'm going to fade the smaller crystals up to my second line of pins. So I can take this first line of pins out now because we're done with those. So that is the effect we're getting with the AB crystals. So I'm going to keep going and do the same all around the bottom and all around the top edge. I've finished the red AB crystals all around the edge. Next I'm going to use the larger red AB crystals and these small red crystals to scatter across the red lace and on the net in between the bits of black lace as well. So this is how it's starting to look with the red and AB crystals on it. So also as I go around, I'm going to start adding some black crystals into the black lace. It's already pretty sparkly, so I'm not going to do a huge amount, but it just needs that extra black glitter, which I think is going to look amazing on stage. I love black on black. The sparkle's just gorgeous. But yeah, it doesn't need a huge amount. So I'm kind of putting them in the bits of black lace that don't have so much sparkle in already. So that is our overall effect with all of the crystals on. So I'm going to keep going around adding the large ABs and the little red crystals on everything red and these black crystals on everything black, and I'll be back to show you what it looks like when it's finished. So here is the finished corset body with all of the crystals on. So here's the front. And the back. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me sparkle up and add the lace to Jazida's new corset body. I'll link to the original series above and in the description so you can go and see how we originally made the pattern for this corset body and the construction process for it as well. And I'll be back with the next part, which will be showing you how I make the big ruffly skirt that's going to go with it. And then in the final part I'll be making a jacket to go with this costume as well. Thank you for watching. See you soon.